The Administration for Children's Services has a history with that family, and today more questions about this agency. The city's Department of Investigation releasing disturbing findings today in another child abuse case in Brooklyn. The agency saying critical mistakes by ACS cost 3-year-old Jaden Jordan his life. CBS 2's Hazel Sanchez reports.
On Saturday, November 26th, 2 days before police say 3-year-old Jaden Jordan was beaten to death by his mother's boyfriend in their Brooklyn home, the Administration for Children's Services got a call for help, but the agency says it had the wrong address. The Department of Investigation now says ACS did have access to a database that had Jaden's correct address, but no one working weekends is specifically trained to perform those critical searches.
That the failure to access this information was the predictable result of ACS's systemic determination to not properly and fully staff its intake centers during nights and weekends.
Jaden's case was initially handled by ACS's Emergency Children's Services Unit, or ECS, the unit that handles cases during nights, weekends, and holidays. DOI says it found ECS is inadequately staffed and poorly trained to perform duties like checking databases.
We found that, many of the workers that we spoke to said they couldn't even recall the last time they had training. That is simply no way to run a system that children's lives depend on.
ACS says it's disciplining 6 staff members who failed to exercise critical thinking in investigating this case. DOI has made several recommendations to ACS, including improving staffing and training for its ECS units, auditing and reviewing staff on performance and following policies, and improving coordination with police in potential criminal cases. The union representing caseworkers says many of these recommendations are already in place, but they welcome anything that will improve their work environment.
I see a little positiveness in here in terms of some of the same issues we talked about. Increased staff, adequate training, looking at policies and procedures that help workers. First time this happened in all these reports, other than just doing this. Long way to go.
Now, we wanted to ask ACS more about the Department of Investigation's claims that caseworkers are poorly trained, but they declined a request for an on-camera interview. The agency did say in a written statement that it is implementing many of DOI's recommendations. Live in the newsroom, Hazel Sanchez, CBS 2 News.
Hazel, thank you.